Today I will explain about data types in C++. In last class, what I taught you, how to declare the variable in C++ and how to initialize the variable in C++. Okay, we talked about variable concept in last class. In today's class, I am going to explain about data types in C++. Okay, what is data type? What is data type? Okay, well, data type importance is that what kind of data do you want to store in a memory? What type of data do you want? Okay, then we should use data type concept. Okay, what type of data do you want? Either is a character, either is an integer value, or it is a decimal value. Okay, as per your requirement, you can use any one of the data type. Okay, the C++ provides different data types supported. And then here actually I will discuss about the primitive data types. Okay, the derived data types of pointers, arrays. Okay, then user defined data types, class structures. Okay, then today I will explain about only primitive or basic data types. Okay, primitive or basic data types. Okay. Then what are the primitive and basic data types are supported by the C++. Okay. Then first one, the integer data type. Integer data type. Then a second one is floating point. Floating point data type. Then third one is what is called character data type. Then fourth one is Boolean data type. Okay, there are the major data types provided by the C++. Okay, either it is primitive data types or which are also called as the basic data types. Okay, what is integer data type? What is floating point data type? What is character data type? What is Boolean data type? Okay, the integer data type which will store the only integer values. Okay, for example, 2, 5, 10, 5, 23. These are called as the integer values. Okay, we does not store the fraction part. Okay, it does not store the fraction part. In case of if you want to store the decimal value also in the memory, at that time which data type you can choose. Okay, then at that time you can choose the floating point data type. Suppose 10.25, then 1.2, okay, 123.56, like that. This is after decimal point. Okay, you want to store some digits. Okay, this is called a decimal point. But here, in case of integer which does not support the decimal point, which can't store the decimal point value. But if you want to store the decimal point value also, okay, fraction point value also, you should require floating point data type. The character data which can store the only one character data type. For example, okay, character must be enclosed in a single quotes. Okay, then see like that. Okay, if you want to store the characters, okay, we should choose the character data. Here, the Boolean data type which provide two constants, true or false. Okay, which provide two constants, true or false. True or false. Okay, the true is represented by 1, the false is represented by 0. Okay, the Boolean data type which provide two constants, true or false. True is represented as a 1, the false is represented as a 0. Okay, these are the data types which will be provided by the C++. Okay, but what are the integer data types? What are the floating point data types? What are the character data types? What is Boolean data types? We will discuss. Okay. Then what is integer data, what is floating data, what is character data? You got it. Okay, you got it. Then the integer data. The integer data will be divided into short int, okay, then integer, then long int. Okay, the integer data type, they are subdivided into three data types. Then short int, then int, and long int. What is the size of the short int? What is the size of the integer? What is the size of the long int? Suppose there is a called, suppose it is a 2 bytes, okay, based on your configuration. Suppose integer also 2 bytes, okay, if it is a personal computer is 2 bytes, if it super computer or mainframe computer which will varies, okay, the size of the data type will varies, okay, long integer 4 bytes, okay. Then all these integer will support the signed or unsigned integer data types. Okay, signed means which can stores either integer, positive or negative values. Okay, unsigned integer means which can stores only positive values. How to remember that? What is signed int? What is unsigned int? Okay, they will ask you all unsigned float, signed float, like that. Okay, then all these are supported with signed int, unsigned int. Signed data types what? Signed integers, signed short int, signed long int, okay, which can store positive and negative values. Unsigned short int, unsigned long int, which can store only positive values. Unsigned which will support only the positive value, which can't store the negative values. Okay. The integer data type short int 2 bytes, for example, int for some of the system will support the 4 bytes. Okay, then long int 4 bytes. Okay, then after that what is called, then it is two types, float and double. The floating data type, if you want to declare the data as a floating data type, you can choose either float or double. Generally you should use double data type only. Okay, then what is float? Then 4 bytes. Then what is double? 8 bytes. Size. How much size is required for the double data type? How much size is required for the floating data type? Is 4 bytes and 8 bytes. Okay. But what is the difference between precision? What is the difference between float and double? Okay. Then it varies in the sizes also. But here, in case of float value, after the decimal point, which will store up to only 6 digits after the decimal point. For example, 1.12345 only, which will support only 6 digits after the decimal point. Okay, in case of double, which can support up to 9 digits. Okay, which will support up to 9 digits after the decimal 9, 8, 9. Some system will support up to 15 digits. Okay, up to 15 digits. Okay, in case of precision, what is the difference between float and double? Varies in the sizes also, and also what is the difference they will ask you at the time of interview. Okay, in case of precision, it can be varies. Okay, which will support only up to 6 digits after the decimal point. In case of double, some system will be supported with up to 9, some system will up to 15 digits after the decimal points. Is it clear? Okay. Then when you come to the character data type, okay, what is the size of the character data type? 1 byte. 1 byte. Okay, boolean, what is the size of the 1 bit? Not even not byte. Okay, what is the size of the boolean data type is only 1 bit. Many of the students does not know what is the size of the boolean data type. Yes or no? But here the size of the boolean data type is 1 bit, even not a byte. 1 byte equal to how many bits? 8 bits. isn't it? 1 byte equal to 8 bits. Okay, the integer data type, short int, int, long int. Here also some system will support the long double also. Okay, long double, then 10 bytes. Generally we don't use it long double. We could use only float or double. Then character type is 1 byte. Okay, then boolean data type is 1 bit. Okay, they are the, but here short in 2 bytes. But what is the size? The character is 1 byte. What is the size? We don't know. What is the size of values? It can be stored by the character data. What is the size of values? It can be stored by the integer. Okay, what is the size of values? It can be stored by the float data. Okay, simple formula I will tell you to remember it. Size. Here, if you want to know the character. Okay, character 1 byte equal to how many bits? 8 bits. Okay, then minus 2 to the power of n minus 1 2 plus 2 to the power of n minus 1 minus 1. Okay, this formula will be used to find the size of the any data type. Okay, if you remember this one, and ranges of what is the range of the integer, what is the range of the float, what is the range of the character. Okay, then I will, n is nothing but here number of bits. Okay, number of bits. Okay, n is number of bits. Okay, for example, I will find the character data. What is the size of the character data? Okay, here 8 bits, isn't it? Here, as per the character 2 minus 2 to the power of n is called 8 minus 1 2 plus 2 to the power of 8 minus 1 minus 1. Okay, what is the next one? Minus 2 to the power of 7 2 plus 2 to the power of 7 minus 1. What is the 2 to the power of 7? Okay, 2 7 times, yeah, 2's are 4, 4 2's are 8, 8 2's are 16, 16 2's are 32, 32 2's are 64, 64 2's are 128. Here, what is the range of it? Minus 128 to 128 minus 1, because 127. Okay, here what is the range of values will be stored by the character. Okay, minus 128 to 127, minus 128 to plus 127. That is the range of the character will be stored by the character. For example, integer 2 bytes. Okay, integer 2 bytes. Okay, then what is the range of it? You need to find out. Okay, I will, you know the formula, 2 to the power of n is called as the, what is 2 bytes means 16. Okay, then 16 minus 1 15. Okay, 15 minus 15 2 plus 2 to the power of 15 minus 1. Okay, that is the range of values will be stored by the integer data type. Like that you can find for all the data types, isn't it? Okay, you can easily, there is no need to remember the range of the values. By using this formula, you can easily remember it. Okay, once you calculate it, then we can get the range of the values. Okay, it will also ask, okay, at the time of interview, what is the range of the integer data type, what is the range of the, you can easily remember that formula, you can easily find out the range of the values, range of the data types, isn't it? Okay, then they are the data types will be supported by the C++. Okay, for example, I will give the one example to you. Okay, just I will do the declaration. How do you declare the integer data type? How do you declare the, okay, for example, how to declare the floating point data type, how to declare the character data type. Okay, I will give the example. For example, integer, suppose int a equal to 10. Even if you give integer 10.5, okay, what happens here? A is belongs to the integer data type, but what is the value you are assigned? Decimal point, decimal value. But integer which can't store the decimal part. Okay, even though what is the a value? Even though you can assign the decimal part which can consider only integer value. Okay, which can consider only integer value, does not store the fractional part. Is it clear? Okay. Yeah. I remove this one. Int a equal to 10 because a belongs to the integer. Suppose double or float, I want to use the double. Okay, double, suppose b equal 20.35. This is the way to you have to initialize the values, because in last class we had a discussion on variable concept. Okay, a, b which are nothing but the variables. Okay, character data types which is char. Okay, here the char which are used char. Char is nothing but 1 byte. Okay, char, suppose how do you initialize the character? Okay, I want to initialize m. Okay, within the single quotes. Okay, if it is a string, we should use the double quotes. Okay, character. Okay, yeah, this is the way you have to use the data types in our C++ program. In last class we had a discussion on the variable. In this class, I explained about the what is the different data types which will be provided by the C++. Okay, thank you.